The George Brown St. James campus, home to over 31,000 students, and it is located in the heart of one of Toronto's savviest neighborhoods. Environics describes this area as home to the urban digerati. If you're a student at George Brown College, these next pictures. The campus is full of dimly lit and lackluster walls. Bulletin boards that are either too cluttered or too empty and infrequently updated. Walking around the school in search of anything creative or original was a lengthy process, but not completely fruitless. Here is an example taken from the main floor library. And this is an excellent painting found on the 4th floor near the east elevators. Where else can you find Batman and Santa together? But do these hallways truly reflect the student body? Are you feeling inspired? If you said no, you are not alone. Most respondents to an online survey which asks students, "Do you feel George Brown College satisfies your creative needs?" says these needs are never or only sometimes met. These two responses have a combined total of 86.84% of the students who answered the question. Only 13.16% of student respondents said their creative needs were satisfied. In fact, George Brown College is one of the only post-secondary institutions in the GTA to not have a space dedicated to arts and culture. The University of Toronto, Ryerson University, and OCAT University all boast student galleries, and Seneca College boasts an art collection of over 200 works. This student center located on the lower level next to the cafeteria would be the nearest example of campus culture, but it is small and has activities limited to ping pong and handing out hot chocolate. We ask students if they would like a space at George Brown College where they can express their ideas, and a whopping 78.95% said yes. There is a definite need for dedication to the arts and culture on the St. James campus. We weighed this idea against a few others and major criteria we felt was important to George Brown College. This criteria being experience, networking, creativeness, and a competitive education. The creation of an arts and cultural center was the best at meeting all of these criteria. Another survey was done to see just what kinds of activities would students like to see more of, and music, visual arts, and a space to show their projects were the top 3 answers. And this brings us to our project. We will create a space that will showcase student and industry work. This could include industry experts showing their latest ideas and technology, as well as student academic work and personal work. Teach classes in the arts and technology not currently offered in the curriculum. Now, this could include fine arts, for example, drawing, or learning about new technologies and the latest apps, for example. This will create paid jobs for students in various fields of studies. It will facilitate inter-program networking. Now, this is a big one. There currently is not much crossover between fields of study at George Brown College. This space will allow for students to get a glimpse of other ideas from complementary fields of study. It will also promote extracurricular involvement on campus. For example, the new waterfront residence is in close proximity to the St. James campus. This will also facilitate public and student events. Now let's take a look at some of the stakeholders involved in the project. Our project management team, of course, being our group. The project team includes contractors as well as teams from George Brown. We needed some subject experts in as well. We picked Michael Awad, who is a very well-known Canadian artist, to help. We need an interior designer and a part-time technician to help us out with some of the design work for the renovations. Project users would include the George Brown students, industry partners, community members, and external members, or members that don't attend George Brown. This is room 366D. We chose this room as the site for the Arts and Cultural Center for a few reasons. It's one of the larger rooms on the 3rd floor. It has windows and a foyer for extra seating. It's also located near the patio, which makes it good for events. It's close to the business office. As well, it's in a high traffic area. The total for renovating the room is going to cost about $16,860. And there's a little breakdown here of all the renovation costs. Now let's take a look at some of our staffing needs. The staff costs per year is going to total $247,500. Our staffing needs include a programmer. Now they're going to be putting the classes and the schedules together for the entire year. The curator, who will be putting shows and events together. Now these first two positions are going to be full-time salary positions. Next we need a technician, and they're going to be offering the technical support for anything that's needed throughout the year. And the rest is going to be operated through a staff of about 10 students. These will be part-time minimum wage positions. The guest instructors are going to be paid $250 per class and will be hired outsiders who are considered industry experts. Just a quick overview of some of our key milestones for the project, the first being completing the renovation. Before anything else happens, this is the first step. Next, we need to hire the staff, and that staff will help set the programs and the schedule. And finally, the website and social media will be the final step. Here we have memberships, enrollment, and events. And these are going to be the main generators of income for the Cultural and Arts Center. Memberships will be free for students and $50 per month for non-students. Events will be $50 per day for students if they want to rent the space, and $150 per day for non-students. This should increase enrollment of future students and increase satisfaction among current students, which will mean more memberships and more money for the school. Our targets for memberships per year are 420 for non-students, 624 for Canadian students, and 79 for international students. Total revenue for the first year of the Arts and Cultural Center will equal $192,450. The payback period is going to be only 1.4 years. This project does not come without risks, and most of these risks have to deal with enrollment and memberships to the program. So a heavy presence on social media and on the internet is going to be needed to fill our targets. Another big risk would be damage in the room, so insurance is going to have to be purchased as well. As the project moves into the future, a standalone building could be needed as the Arts and Cultural Center grows in membership. Equipment rentals, beautifying the campus, and yearly student exhibitions would be really great things to see from the future as well. In conclusion, there's something in this project for everyone. Students will have a more competitive education, more networking opportunities. The college will see increased enrollment and a higher public profile, and industry leaders will have easier access to student works and better quality job applicants. This concludes our project. Thank you everyone for listening.